ready to go. Tonight's starting lines are brought to you by this half-eaten ham sandwich, which is sitting in front of me right now. For Baby Seal Killers, on the offensive end, we have Dark Shadow and Chrono and Warbirds, Lawnmower and a Spider, and Slayer X and a Weasel, with Zeppelin and a Javelin. And their goaltender for tonight will be Crystalline. And over on Creasers' side, we got Violence and Sniper in the Warbirds, back in a Javelin, Poseidon, wow, that's lame, in a Spider, Funk E in a Terrier, and of course I mentioned him earlier, CSS in the Nets.
BSK taking the early possession with Dark Shadow, pulling back, dropping it off to Zeppelin with his jab, drops it back to Dark Shadow, throws it up for Chrono, doesn't immediately catch it, but tracks it down by the boards, drops it off to Slayer X, to Chrono, coming in for the goal, drops it back off, and it's picked off by Sniper, takes it toward the middle of the ice, puts it ahead with Dark Shadow, back to Chrono, Dark Shadow, back to Slayer X, again, very methodical, Creasers is clogging up the center of the ice, and now they have to retreat back to their own blue line. Chrono looking forward, tries to pass off the boards, but intercepted by Violence and Creasers.
Sniper controls it. Violence gets it now with the Sniper. It's a 2-on-1 with Lawnmower defending. Oh, Violence tried to pass it through Lawnmower, and he got it into the boards. Now
teammates there, but now immediately BSK on the counterattack, but Violence and his Warbird stops it. Actually, back made the check, and Violence picked up the puck. And Chrono intercepts and takes it right back the opposite way, trying to get past the Javelin, who is the last defender. He does not have the angle, so he drops it back off to Zeppelin, who gives it to Slayer X. Checks me out, that's Funky.
And Slayer X lagged out on that possession. That really hurt their chances, as now Violence controls it at center ice. Gives it off to Poseidon. Poseidon slowly getting surrounded. Slayer lags out again, and now Sniper comes back, and he has a 2-on-1 with Violence. Violence has a lane past Lawnmowers. Top post, scores! Creasers, with their first shot of the game, takes the early 1-0 lead with 3:33 left in the first period.
Definitely it seemed like Slayer X lagging out benefited Creasers on that possession.
Baby Seal Killers controls Dark Shadow, slowly getting surrounded by Warbirds, who passes it back off the boards to Chrono back at the blue line. Chrono now off to Dark Shadow to Zeppelin, who gets checked off by Poseidon. Poseidon looking for Sniper-HZ ahead of him, gets it there. Sniper trying to get his way around Lawnmower, can't quite do it, and the Baby Seal Killers recover. Slayer X checks him off the puck. Sniper and Violence running the offense, taken down by Lawnmower on an errant check. Funky recovers it off the boards, gets it ahead to Violence at the top of the post. Chrono, Sniper, Funky, low post, scores!
Some quick passing there resulted in a very easy shot, but still Funky made a nice cut to get it past between the defenders and the goalie.
This is Hockey Zone, so I have to censor it properly. And Creasers has found a racial expletive in the armor of Baby Seal Killers to take a 2-0 lead.
Tries to go for a cross-crease pass to Dark Shadow, who would have had a one-timer for an easy goal, but it's blocked, and here comes Creasers the opposite direction. Violence trying to get behind the defense. He might be behind Lawnmower. He is, and he scores!
Vile gets it, Dark Shadow checks him off the puck.
And the first period ends with Creasers with a late goal explosion, leading 3-0 at the first intermission.
Off the face-off, Zeppelin checks Dino away, and Baby Seal Killers controls. Dark Shadow trying to get behind the defense early. Tries to go low post, and CSS hits it. Now back the other way, Baby Seal Killers trying to get some offense going. They have plenty of shots, but they have nothing to show for it. Slayer looking for a pass. He's running out of puck time. eventually just turns it over to Funky. Poor possession by Baby Seal Killers. And now Baby Seal Killers, Dark Shadow gets behind the defense, but not behind back!
Dodges a check. They're passing right within a very short period. Oh, a shot goes wide from Zeppelin. Zeppelin controlling. Goes through the puck. Gives it to Papa Brian, but it's saved by Slayer!
And now Lawnmower looking for a teammate to pass to. Gives it ahead to Slayer X, back to Lawnmower. He's having trouble getting it ahead to his teammates. Dark Shadow has it now. Papa Bree pushing forward along the south side of the net. Dark Shadow now, looking for a lane, gives it back to Slayer X, to Dark Shadow, takes a bullet, Zeppelin, Papa Bree, low post! Oh, wide of the net. Dark Shadow pulling it back now. Zeppelin gives it back to Dark Shadow along the south post. Slayer X looking for a lane over the middle. Zeppelin now, ahead to Slayer X, checked off by Dino, and here comes Creasers the other way.
All over the place. Eventually winds up with Funky, checked off by Dark Shadow, gives it to Papa Bry, gives it to Slayer. Another developing play by BSK. It looks like they're getting more chances in the Creasers offensive zone, but still they cannot convert with their Creasers defense on the crease. Slayer X once again gives it to Zeppelin, and he scores! Again, a very quickly developing play results in a goal, this time for Baby Seal Killers.
And here's the face-off. Zeppelin wins the face-off for Baby Seal Killers up to Papa Bree to Slayer X across the blue line. Zeppelin looking for Papa Bree, going through the defense, gives a Dark Shadow, saved by CSS!
Dark Shadow ahead to Slayer X, gives it to Zeppelin, up to Papa Brye. They're trying to shred the ice out this time, and it looks like they might be getting... And Slayer X dodges a check from...
Two Creasers. The Baby Seal Killers have found a way to claw their way back into this game.
Zeppelin takes over off the drop, gives it to Slayer. They're moving very easily into the Creaser zone now. They've got some... Oh, and Slayer attempts a shot, goes wide, but he immediately is picked up off the board by Zeppelin. Gives it to Slayer, back to Zeppelin, tries to cut across the...
Now Lawnmower controls it. Lawnmower to Papa Bree. Papa Bree looking for Slayer X. Gets it to Slayer X on the top post. Looking low. Oh, he had Dark Shadow in front, but couldn't quite get the angle.
But the period comes to an end with BSK making a nice charge, but still down 3-2 after 2 periods. Gives it to Slayer X, gives it to Corona, tries to dodge back, but he makes another stout check.
And now Baby Seal Killers will take it back the other way. Ho has Slayer, Zeppelin, and Chrono. But the Creasers' defense is trying to cut off all their passing lanes. Slayer into the offensive zone. Ho trying to go through the level 1 shift. Ho! Sniper! Taken off the crease by back! And that goes all the way back at center ice. Now back continues backing up, and Violence has it in his own defensive zone. Baby Seal Killers getting very aggressive here with 4:11 left to go in the third period, still trailing by 1.
And Poseidon dodges a check from Ho, passes it to Violence. Oh, he almost got behind Lawnmower, but with his long spider reach, Lawnmower makes a check.
Less than 3 minutes left in the game. Creasers still leading Baby Seal Killers by 1 as Violence controls it. Chrono and Dark Shadow trying to surround him, but he gets it back to Funky. Funky back to Poseidon. Into the offensive zone, Violent. Ahead to Sniper. Sniper, Violence, Funky, in the goal, looking low post, but he can't find anything, so he gets back to Sniper. Sniper back to Violence on the south boards. Sniper, Poseidon, pushing forward with Funky. Funky, top post, scores!
Lawnmower immediately puts it ahead, knowing that his team has to score right away. Zeppelin cherry picking up the ice, catches it at the blue line, cuts in, passes to Chrono, to Dark Shadow on the bottom post, cannot get a shot up. Instead, it winds up with Chrono, who eventually is checked by Funky, and passes ahead. Creasers probably content to just get the puck, put it into the offensive zone, and just kill some time right now.
20 seconds left to go. Baby Seal Killers still trying, even though it looks like they're not going to win this game. Dark Shadow tries to ball kill Violence. The puck goes loose. Lawnmower recovers it. 10 seconds left now. Puck is loose just outside the offensive zone. Lawnmower carries it into the offensive zone. And this pass for Dark Shadow goes wide. And the time runs out, and Creasers wins the first game of Season 16 of the Realistic Subspace Hockey League 4-2 over Baby Seal Killers.